the earth. If you don't have good terroir or good soil, you're never going to develop a good wine. Hi, I'm Vivien Gay. I am the international ambassador of Silver Oaks Cellars from California, from Napa and Alexander Valley. And I'm here to give you 5 tips on how to enjoy a wine tasting. So, how did I get into wine? How did I develop this passion? Well, my father, of all things, had a vineyard in England and was a strong collector of wine. I moved to California some years ago and was so excited when I moved there to see what was happening in the California wine industry that I decided to go into the business myself. So, here we are tasting wine. We've got a beautiful glass. It's a tall glass with a little bowl, a big bowl actually, into which we'll pour the wine only about a quarter of the way up. Because when you're tasting wine, before you taste it, you want to aerate the wine. So you swirl it, holding it on the table. And that allows the aroma of the wine to begin to permeate out of the glass. So one of the things that is really important about a wine is to look for the color. Take your glass and just very slowly bend the glass a little bit sideways and let the wine just rest in the glass itself. And you're looking for bright colors, particularly for a new wine, in a red wine. You're looking for sort of a bright ruby red. An older wine will begin to look a little more brick in color. It'll look a little darker in color, a little less vibrant. The Chardonnay, you'd expect to see it looking slightly yellow, a little more buttery in color. Sauvignon Blancs very often look a little bit like hay, but very clear, very light and very bright. You then put your nose into the wine glass and gently sniff and smell the wine. And you get the aroma perhaps of blackberry, of cassis, of green pepper. And then you take your sip. You slowly sip the wine, and on sipping the wine, you let the wine rest in your mouth before you swallow, and slightly aerate also in your mouth. Not quite gurgling, but just allowing a little air to come in and letting the wine sit in your mouth. And then you swallow. And then you sort of can tell what the finish is like as you swallow the wine. Sometimes you'll get a bit of a tannic finish, like as if you've drunk green tea from the oak. Sometimes you'll get a vanillin quality. If you're drinking white wine, you could get a buttery quality from the Chardonnay. All those qualities add up to the wine itself. We have the good fortune of growing grapes, which we then turn into wine, which is magical.